Hi guys, how you doing today? I hope you're doing well wherever you're watching this episode of the Car Weekly Roundup from now. Today is 25th April 2026. Yeah. Quarter 2 is going. Uganda. I hope you guys have achieved at least some of your goals. Now, today in history, there is only one piece of history. You know, General Motors reached a milestone. They produced their 100 millionth vehicle. Kanaffe tujatuka nga tubala our 100 millionth episode of the Car Weekly Roundup. They did well. 100 million vehicles is not something. The only question would be how many of those vehicles were still on the road at that time. Ekyo kikulu kibanga Nissan weneja negamba tukoze Nissan X-Trail mpitirivu. Era tutunze mpitirivu n'obabuuza mmeka eziri ku bbala. Someone was asking me nti ata mazida zino ozoogera nnyo ne mubuuza CX5 ezo zibagula lasti ya umanyiyo mmeka eziri ku kkubo. Naye bali babuuza abantu abagula Tigwani ziriwa. Tigwani zibuze. Tuareg zibuze. Hey. So anyway, but General Motors celebrated making 100 million vehicles on April 21st, 1976. Now, I don't know how many of those vehicles now they have doubled, probably tripled, because 1976, 1986, 1996, 2006, 2016, 2026. So I think production became easier. They got more equipment, they got more skills, more technology. And of course, ebiseera ebyo ndoza Toyota yite nawamba nnyo naye kati Toyota obviously yawamba. Welcome to the weekly roundup. Locally, when President Museveni was in Kenya, he told us that if fuel is expensive, we should stop moving unnecessarily. Mzee Museveni, we don't know. Naye naye alekawo takyatambula. Yagambye amafuta g'ennyonyi kasagali cheap. Era kasaba abalambuzi basobola okuva e UK ne bajja e Kampala. As long as jet fuel is cheap, for him he has no problem with fuel. Now I'm asking myself, if people are not moving, so the people that work in the transport sector, what should they do? So they should also stay home, because transport is the business of moving people. But the president said, you Ugandans, don't be responsible. You can work from home. He also works from home in Nakasero. Yes. When have you seen his convoy lately? Now he uses the aeroplane, so we should also be using aeroplane and private jets, because jet fuel is there. Yeah? So you guys stop moving. For the love of cause, Uganda, we roll. Now we have some good news though. The Parliament of Uganda has stopped the move of trying to stop cars that are 15 years old from coming into the country. You know, there was a proposal where the government was saying they want cars that are only 13 years and newer to come into the country. But the members of parliament did something that, this is one of the good things they have done. Yeah, you know they're going to do a lot of bad things in the next coming 5 years. But at least they have started on a good note. So they sat and said, our people, they drive used cars, so we cannot limit them. 13 years and newer, these cars are going to be very expensive, because the cars are already expensive. So they're saying now, no, let's just leave it at 15 years. Let people keep importing so that we make the cars affordable. Bravo, parliamentarians. Because I don't know, parliament, kirabika bagezaako kulongoosa mannya bagezaako simanyi oba amanya gakyasobola okulongooka, but they're trying to improve the image of their names by at least doing something that is nice. And then of course in South Africa, you know, when you got to amafuta amabi naganywako nali ngenda ku airport nga gobya nvuga nitutuma Jova ne agenda aleta amafuta emuruka negana okwakaluvannyuma nnyo gobingaga negana amafuta agalinga parafini naye ng'oli yaguze petrol. So in South Africa now they're trying to stop that because of the fuel prices going up. Abantu knows that they have innovated. Now they get paraffin, mix it with petrol. So they sell you a liter of petrol, but in actual sense it's 50% petrol, 50% paraffin. Now when you do that, when you put that in a car, it's definitely going to spoil the engine, and you don't want that to happen. So in South Africa it's happening. Chances are high that it might actually happen here in Kampala, because people are very unscrupulous. They can actually do that. and then they end up damaging your engine. So if you're buying fuel, only buy from reputable petrol stations. Now, there's going to be a bit of a part of you that wants to buy jerry can fuel. Yeah, gajja kuba cheaper, probably by 100 shillings per liter, but don't buy it. Go to a reputable petrol station, one that you can hold accountable in case your engine gets a problem because of the bad fuel. And bad fuel is very, very bad. And then in Johannesburg, there is a pothole. You know some of the big potholes we have here. One notable pothole, eri kulukalwa kakuba akaita enansana. Ko ita mwako ogenda ogwenna bweru. Awanta wali ekinnya. Akakubo kettaka akabano nga ngwe wali police wano lyoko yambuke. Wali ekinnyawo ne trader bwegenda yingini efuna ku mazzi. So in South Africa, there is a politician called Helen Zille. What Helen did is she came across a pothole, and what she did is she just got her swimming costume and started swimming in a pothole. Of course, it's deep. You know, nga pipes are in national water on Zimenyekai. So water pipes broke, and when the water pipes broke, the government did not repair this place for a very long time. So what she did, she went and started swimming. And when she started swimming, government I think we need to get a politician like that. Agende kati olaba wano honorable Seguna bali bamugoba mu parliament. Yera inagenda awugideko mu kintu bwe kitu. Yera agenda kudda mu parliament. Zaake ekifo kyogenda olwana mu parliament. Ebyo bintu bwe bityo byalina okubanga akola so that it becomes more popular. So that's what happened in South Africa. Tesla is growing, guys. You know how companies publish their earnings? New Vision publishes earnings, Barclays, Stanbic, some of the banks in Uganda, they publish their earnings. Now, Tesla has grown by about 16% in the first quarter. Yeah, so they earned about $22.4 billion, and their net income is about 477 million US dollars. And of course, they say they exceeded expectation. Now, but the only downside is that these guys are over investing in AI. Omanyi, Elon Musk is trying to develop what they call robotaxis. Yeah, humanoids. So they are developing technology where a taxi would drive you without you actually having any input. And that's taking away their money. But of course, Elon Musk, guy arabika asamira. Ebintu ochimaiti bichakwatako kifuka gold. Everything that he touches, at South Africa, so anyway, that's what's happening. I don't know how many companies that we have that are growing this big in Uganda, but I know that banks keep making profits. A lot of profits. The rest of the companies in Uganda seem to be making losses at all, because this guy is reporting a losses, which doesn't show a very good thing for us as Ugandans. But 16% is good for quarter one. And of course, in Maryland, police is hunting for airbag thieves. You know how the thieves here, they steal radios, they steal wheel caps and all. So the thieves in Maryland come to your car, they break in, and then they take the airbag on the steering wheel. So they just take the airbag, never jibba, never genda. Why? They are saying there's a high resale value for those airbags. And now police is telling people namwe to soda buy nga yani ono Archbishop. Yainze sijaba filira nyina abana. Katne police ya Maryland yagambye abantu mubere ne camera mutekeko alarms ezili triggered by human movement, so that if someone actually comes to try to steal your vehicle, then you're safe. And of course, I tell you guys, buy a car, put a tracker, put an alarm. The tracker stops someone from taking your car. The alarm stops someone from stealing parts from your car, because it makes an alarm and they get scared and then run away. If you don't put the alarm, it's on you. Now, in Quebec City, this is in Canada, people have been claiming, in a way, someone can go to court. You also can go to court and report KCCA. You can go to court and report NASA and Municipal Council and say, you know what, these guys, because they are not maintaining the roads properly, my car is getting damaged. So in Quebec, people are actually acting on it. Not that they'll get the claim. Nafe wano. Lord Mayor yaropa di government yo musango. Tebana musasula. Obviously, there are people abagamba twala agendo rope mu court sometimes. So in Quebec, people are reporting a lot. Now the Quebec City Council has started actually trying to work on the potholes, because because the complaints are going to get too much, but talking ate balina okutandika okusasula because abantu batuuka ne beekalakaasa. Of course the laws protect the city council. Nga wano tosobola kuloopa President Museveni n'omuwangula ne bw'oba ofa. Tosobola kuwangula kuloopa KCC n'ogiwangula because they are the law. They make the laws. The laws protect them. But that's what's happening. Naffe wano twetagayo abantu nga ndowooza tufuneyo nga vinikatsi atukiikirire ffe tujja kubeera tugambe vinikatsi oye genda oloope mmotoka yange eyonoonese because ekubye ekinnya. Akalowoozo k'olunaku bw'oba ovuga essimu giteeke ebbali, put your phone aside when you're driving, yeah? And if you must use your phone probably for Google Maps, get a phone holder, you can put it on the windscreen. It's not illegal. Phone holders are allowed globally. Get a phone holder, put it there. But you don't be moving, and then you have your phone, and you're constantly like this. I see old men in their 70s driving while they are doing this, and it's very dangerous. I believe it's one of the reasons why we have accidents on the express. Phones. You're texting, you're watching TikToks, and that's a very dangerous thing. So put your phone aside when you're driving, and I think we should be telling children to tell their parents to stop using phone calls when driving, or stop using phones when they're driving. If you can avoid it, also don't answer phone calls when you're driving. First of all, we drive very old cars. Secondly, our roads are bad. Thirdly, we drive with reckless people or people that have no idea what they are doing on the road, and that's going to put your life in danger. Tip of the week, guys, you need to know where the coolant is, how to top it up. You need to know where the brake fluid is and how to top it. All the liquids that go in your car, you need to know where they top them up from and how to know when it's full or when it's empty so that you don't overfill, also so that you don't damage your car. You need to know how to fill up your coolant or radiator water. So you need to know, you need to know where you're going to fill up your water from. You also need to spot the leakages, because if your radiator coolant is constantly reducing, then it means you have a leakage. You need to know where to put brake fluid. If you are driving a manual car, then you probably have 2 cylinders. You need to know where to put the wiper fluid as well. Yeah, you need to know how to check your engine oil. You need to know how to check your hydraulic oil, so that then you can protect your car for long. Well, guys, thank you very much for being part of this episode of the Car Weekly Roundup. If you have not yet become a VIP, go become the VIP so that you can watch all the episodes of the Project Car. We are on season 2 of the Project Car, and it's going very, very, very well. We should be done with the car by the end of the month. Okay, not the end of the month, like the end of next month. And of course, someone has already expressed interest in buying the Project Car. So if you want to also express interest, please express interest. How do you buy VIP? You need a Visa card. Go to join on the channel. When you go to join, you click it. They'll take you through the steps until they ask for your card details. Your card details will include the name, a card number, the CV number, that's a security code, it's 3 figures, and then the expiry date. And just like that, you'll be a member, and then you'll be able to watch all that content, the premium content. Until next time, guys, ciao.